Welcome to In the Wind Tarot. I'm back with another read. I hope we can find something of a current situation that you're dealing with, something that will relate to someone in the collective. If it does, be sure and seek professional help, and always remember your tarot readers are not professional lawyers or doctors, or, they're tarot readers, and we want to encourage you to grow and think about things in your life. And if any of this does resonate, you may need to find professional help. What can we know with the collective today? And I've already prayed and asked for guidance. I've always found prayer in that to be pretty private. Eight of Earth, work, labor. That's the Eight of Pentacles in your Rider-Waite. Whoa, that's too many. The Eight of Pentacles is the one where he's sitting at a bench working on copying coins. Stamina. Okay. Perhaps someone is entering into some work that they need to have stamina for. Or maybe you've been showing stamina at work, that you've been going forward even though it may not be what you want. Foundation. So someone has worked long and hard to create a foundation. All right. Then we find out more about this individual that's worked to create their own foundation. And that's world would be the end of a cycle, where you step into a new cycle. Every ending brings a beginning of some kind. And when you go through endings, you sure want to try to keep them as high vibrational as possible. Okay, so the world has seen this person struggle, perhaps. This is all kind of along the same lines. Struggle. Why do we have struggle here? Tell us more, please. Thank you. That would be the King of Swords. So the King of Swords has labored long with great stamina for a foundation. And the world has seen him struggle, or else he has stepped through a new cycle and found struggle on the other side. Okay. I'm going to put these away for a minute and get the Rider-Waite. This is a pretty basic statement. Lots of people struggle to create foundations. It does require stamina and just continued effort. And sometimes your foundation, whether it may not ever be finished, really. Depending on how much you have to struggle. This actually, the Five of Wands, that's struggling with other people in the Rider-Waite. Okay, what can we know? Why are we being directed towards the King of Swords and his struggle to create a foundation? His stamina that it took. Why are we being directed towards him? Okay. Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. And the Devil. He's alert. He's alert. He's facing into the storm. Being paid for what you've done, your balance. The Six of Pentacles, a lot of people call it the breadcrumbing. And the Devil, obsession of some kind or a bad habit. So perhaps he's watching his money because it's that's what the struggle is concerning, how to allocate funds for obsessions. I don't know yet. Oh, how to allocate funds concerning defending some devilish thievery or sneakiness, some devilish business. So, who's being, I guess it would be his. The King of Swords is often considered to be working in an authoritative position. And authority, maybe police, lawyers, anyone with authority over other people that is represented by a sword, as opposed to a cup of emotion. Okay, so he's being alert about allocating funds to defend some treachery. What is this treachery? And who is he alert about allocating funds to? What is this treachery? Thieving, deceit, obviously with evidence behind. Thieving and celebrating. The Empress. So I would say, since the Empress represents someone who is upright and good and all of that, that somebody has stolen something from the Empress, and we're just going to go ahead and assume that's you, male or female. Generally, I read along with the genders, but you know that modern witch tarot's kind of breaking that with the genders. Which I appreciate because I've certainly been in the King of Swords and whatnot like that before. So, I'm sorry. I was looking at the other cards. Rushing in on the Empress. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. As I said earlier, the Swords family represents people with authority. The Knight of Swords is a person who takes action on that authority, kind of sent out by the King of Swords, by the boss. So it looks like the Knight of Swords is rushing into the Empress. Maybe he wants to party with her, steal from her. I don't know, but let's see. We're going to go ahead and read it this way. To steal joy and harvest from the Empress. The Knight of Swords appears running in with a truth about a conflict with a Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that sounds better. There for a minute, it looked like the Empress was maybe going to get got for something. That, of course, she did not do. Okay, so he's rushing in with a truth about a conflict between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups, who were friends, or they made a deal, or they joined up, or they traded cups. At any rate, but there's a conflict between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. And they're examining their friendship. Maybe seeing what went wrong, if something, what they're arguing about, what's going on. Okay. And what else can we know? What else can we know? Why is it a big deal for the Empress? Why would someone rush in? Oh, the King of Swords up here may have been in devil energy when he took the stance to give money for the defense of the thievery of people who collaborated. But let's go further. What else can we know about this situation? Let me see if I can get more detail about... Okay, so the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles have had an argument. Their friendship, I see there, from the past or family or something. Do we have more information? We understand that they are currently looking into their, what has happened. And the Queen of Swords appears with the Knight of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people so far. So she appears talking to the King of Wands. To be patient. So we have a foundation, a business creating struggle, King of Swords. He's alert because he paid money. He allocated funds for the defense of this devilish business that they were all involved in. So he knows that he's done something and he's waiting for the storm. The Queen of Swords is counseling the King of Wands to be patient. But the Knight of Swords, apparently a relative of younger or something, is coming in. So that's 3 family members on 3 different missions. Or 3 associates in the legal field on 3 different missions. Why is the Queen of Swords counseling the King of Wands to be patient? Oh, probably because she knows all of this business that's going on here. But let's see. Why? Let's find out from the cards. Why? What does the King of Wands want to do? What is the King of Wands concerned about? Or why is he getting counseled to be patient? Why is the King of Wands being counseled to be patient? What is he expecting? What is he expecting? What is the King of Wands expecting? Be patient, have strength, and wait. That the group can bring it together. A decision will be made on the finances concerning the Emperor when we stab him in the back and break his heart. And we'll leave sorrows behind, but judgment will be called. And the Queen of Pentacles will be very sad. So, I think we've come up with 8 people again. 8, 9, counting the Empress. This may be the same crowd we've been messing with, so it's moved forward. The King of Swords is worried. But they are sending the Knight of Swords in now. He's going to come running in and say, oh dear, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups, which I assume are people you probably know who were friends with each other, or, I mean, you would have to know these two people. The Knight of Pentacles is a younger person who is somewhat settled in their life financially, down to earth, sometimes an earth sign. King of Cups is generally a mature man who understands emotions, who understands, well, and if people understand emotions, if they are of this devilish way, they can certainly manipulate those emotions. But apparently, the Knight of Swords is going to run in and tell you that here's the truth. There's been a big fuss and fight between these two who were friends, and we don't know why. And the Queen of Swords is saying, hey, be patient. We've got this plan going on. You need to be strong and patient because we have this plan going on. But then, let me just go ahead and lay them out again on another line. So we're waiting for the group to pull off some manipulation on this decision about some money concerning the Emperor. Now, is the Emperor still with us? That's something we need to find out. The Emperor, broken heart. And then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we need to find out. Is the Emperor still with us? Is this a past thing? Let me see. Let me go with these. This is a plastic deck that I got. Plastic Rider-Waite. And it's the plain white one. I got the gold one. It's so beautiful. And the way they've cut the plastics make it seem to move. It's so beautiful. But it doesn't film well. These are kind of hard to pick up, but I'm hoping I'll have them a long time with less wear and tear. So, let's see. What about this Emperor? Emperor. 10 of Swords. 3 of Swords. 13 of Swords. That's the 4. And it concerns logical thought, instinct, productivity, material world. And your 4th house is home and family, so that all kind of goes together. What can we know about this Emperor, please? Oh, I didn't shuffle them, did I? Now, like I said, I have already shuffled several times. They shuffle very nicely. I'm glad my cricket is not being so noisy tonight. I don't even hear him sometimes. But now that I'm recording things on video, I certainly hear all the little noises. I don't know if you can hear the tree frogs or not, but they finally decided it's not going to rain anymore, so they've come out. Now our emperor. What can we know about our emperor? Has he just been stabbed in the back and brokenhearted, or has something actually happened to him? Okay, justice. We can know that it's justice. What else can we know about our emperor? I know it's a major, but I'd like a little bit more information. Justice is coming to get him, perhaps. So when he's gone, then the Queen of Pentacles knows that she will have trouble, and there will be judgment called on her as well. So I don't know if you know these people, if you know someone who is of emperor quality, so, you know, a wealthy man, a good businessman, a man who, in the upright, is a fine person. So that's why I'm like not real sure about this. Oh. The High Priestess, Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups. The Devil, Conflict, Knight of Pentacles. Where yet? No, that's the Knight of Swords. So your happiness was interfered with by a Knight of Cups, causing conflict with the Knight of Pentacles. And the Emperor knows it. A little bit more on this Emperor. Come here. Look at him. He's looking off to the side. Emperor, are you still with us? Ah, he's the head of the group that has made this plan. And so, if this plan here doesn't work to come in and discombobulate you and cause you stress and irritation, the Emperor will be, as the head of this thievery, will be heading out for justice. Okay, so how about we get some advice, which I imagine your advice is to continue working on your projects, stay happy, hydrated, focused, don't overindulge. Advice for the Empress. Advice for the Empress. Please and thank you. Ooh. Your advice is that a Knight of Wands, a young man who is out on the dating scene looking for love, is carrying the burdens of being locked up in his mind, but he's going to hang on to that, and he's going to be the sacrifice. So apparently the Knight of Wands is going to take the hit for all of this. It looks like to me. Or that's what everybody thinks. That if it doesn't work out, the Knight of Wands will carry the burden. He'll be able to keep what he has, offer himself as the hangman. But what's the probable outcome of the entire thing? I mean, is everybody going to get in trouble? I'm sure they are, because that's the way things work. Especially when you get this many people involved in something. You cannot keep that a secret. And with all these different scheming and plans, sounds like a real headache. I would be surprised if these people aren't losing their hair and having cortisol weight gain. For Ace of Pentacles. So that's the Knight of Wands. It's going to sacrifice. And here comes the King of Wands. He wants to offer a little cup to work on making it, helping you to make a decision to celebrate and wait for a return on their investment, which is your investment. But you're advised to have patience. Think on Archangel Michael. Realize that there's support and hidden helpers around, that you're advised to be patient. Certainly don't rush out and confront any of these people. They don't seem like they are really pulled together very well. And I would suggest, as has been suggested twice, patience, patience, patience. Be the Cheshire Cat. This has been In the Wind Tarot. Thank you. I'll be back for another one.